So this is part 2 actually to the Nephilim aliens created mankind video that I just made, and I got a pretty big backlash response to it. So it seems as if people don't believe that I believe in UFOs and aliens, and like I said in my last video, and I've said many times before, is that I've actually seen a real UFO. Therefore, if anyone is going to believe in UFOs, it would be me. And I do believe in UFOs, and I do believe in aliens. I believe it's very probable. It doesn't mean that 100% I could say that there are aliens, and no one else on Earth could say that either. Unless you have some abduction story or whatever, that's fine. But the real truth is that right now, at this point in time, aliens cannot be proved 100%. They are theories, they are logical theories, and probable theories, and most likely there are aliens, but doesn't mean that they're actually coming to Earth and they're visiting here, or they're the UFOs that we're seeing in our skies. So allow me to explain something to you, please. The program called Ancient Aliens is made by them. It is made to program you into believing in aliens, and that we were genetically modified by aliens, and that aliens are coming and they're here now, and all of this crap. It's the History Channel, okay? The History Channel was the same ones that were pumping out all the 2012 doomsday end of the world crap, and when I made a video proving it was all dumb and false and how they're trying to program people, they banned my video. So I want you to pay attention to this cover of the History Channel's Ancient Aliens DVD video, and it is the program they made about the ancient aliens, and you'll notice what? Notice the 3 pillars. Those are the 3 pillars of the Freemasonic order. They are the 3 pillars of Kabbalah. The 3 pillars, or the Trinity, of the Christian and Judaic faith. Folks, the Freemasonic order is all about the hidden symbolism, and they're telling you right here, plain and simple, who's behind it. So in my first video, I proved without a doubt that the human body, the human genetics, the DNA, the chromosomes, the, what do you want to call it, the biology, the cells, everything, our layout, our anatomy, everything is exactly the same, thus made from the same creator that created all of the animals on Earth. So I believe that everyone agrees that we are biologically laid out all the same. And I proved that in my first video, showing all of the examples of how we are more alike than not alike. And to say that humans are genetically modified is an assumption, because there is absolutely no proof whatsoever that we have been genetically modified. Now, this boils down to the realm of intelligence, is what it boils down to. And thus the reason that I named this video, The Intelligence of Life. For some reason, people seem to think that human intelligence is unique. Thus, it had to be manipulated by aliens, which is completely false. So, intelligence is not unique to mankind. As I explained in my first video, our brains are laid out exactly in 2 hemispheres that is split down the mid-L, the left and the right. All the brains, I should say almost all of the brains of the world, are laid out in this symmetrical pattern. Thus, the human brain is basically the same as every other living animal on Earth. That's exactly why intelligence is shared by every other single living creature on Earth. And of course, intelligence is relative to the perceiver. So life is all about balance. Thus, the 3 pillars. You have the left and the right, and then the middle. You have the 2 extremes, the black and white, and then what's in the mid-L? The gray. So in the realm of life, you're going to have intelligence that is very primitive and very basic, okay? And then you're going to have intelligence that is very advanced, because life is all about the yin and the yang, the two extremes, as above, so below, the red and the blue, the black and white, day and night, winter and summer, life, death. It's the bipolar extremes that make up life. And of course, that's why in life we have the smallest creatures, and then we have the largest creatures. We have thin creatures and fat creatures, exactly like humans. And of course, we have the polar extremes of ugly humans and beautiful humans, exactly like the animal kingdom, where we have animals that are, aesthetically beautiful, and then you have animals that are basically ugly. So this is why nature has the bipolar diversity of life, from animals in the water, to animals on land, to the air, etc. So life is vast and varied, from the black to the white, which is exactly why humans are called the hue-mans. It's the colors of man, the different shades from black to white. And of course, our intelligent species fights over which is better, the black or the white. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like a black and a white bird fighting over which one is better and sitting there calling each other names, when in reality, they're both exactly the same. So, as I was saying before, intelligence can be found in every single living creature on Earth, from one extreme to the other, from the dumbest, if you will, to the smartest. So, human intelligence is not something that is unique. It is found throughout the animal kingdom. And although we perceive our intelligence as being so much more advanced than the rest of the animal kingdom, the fact is that intelligence is still based on the beginning to the end, the extremes. Humans just happen to be on the extreme because something or someone has to be. So the diversity of life is just like the diversity of knowledge and wisdom, or intelligence. So people think that our intelligence, or our huge leap of intelligence, is due to the fact that we were genetically modified by aliens, or the Nephilim, or whatever you want to say. So human intelligence, like I said, is relevant, and thus it's being perceived from humans. But we don't know if our intelligence is still bordering, being in the realm of being primitive and dumb, or are we on top of the chain and, some of the smartest intelligent life in the universe? But to say that little bit extra of intelligence, which is vast, but still that little bit higher level of intelligence is no different than the most and the least amount of intelligence on Earth. Like I said, it's just the extremes. But make no mistake about it, life is full of vast intelligence and various levels of it. And of course, it's the audacity of mankind to sit there and say that we are the most intelligent, when intelligence is relative, like I said. So really, who's smarter? Mankind, who might wipe its own self out, or a cockroach which will live for billions of years past mankind? In this scenario, who would really be the smarter one, or the more intelligent one? So to the people out there that believe that we were genetically modified, your argument would be logical to say that they had to alter all 8.5 million different species on Earth, all at different levels. The point is, our brains can't figure these types of things out. It boggles our minds. It's like trying to answer where the universe ends. We can't. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? And thus we think we're smarter, so therefore an alien had to give us the intelligence. But it's not true. The truth is, our intelligence is relative to all of the other intelligence on this planet. And just because mankind's is more extreme in this one area of intelligence doesn't mean an alien did it. Just like the extremes in the animal kingdom. So think about your logic that you're using. If mankind was genetically altered above all the other animals, let's say we're smarter than a dolphin, right? So then a dolphin is smarter than a cow. So did the aliens come and genetically alter the dolphin to be smarter than the cow? So did the aliens come back and genetically modify the cow to be smarter than an earthworm? The truth is, mankind is inferior in so many ways to other animals. We are definitely one of the weaker species. I mean, try putting a man up against a lion or a tiger or a bear. In fact, 9 out of 10 people won't even face a mouse. I mean, for our size, we are definitely on the lower scale of defense and offense. So don't go acting like you're all tough, because the countless animals out there would probably kick the average human's ass. So this is where I'm confused on the logic that you guys are using, because if, let's say, an animal has a higher quality or more developed attribute than we do, does that now mean that the aliens came and made them more advanced in that area? Like dogs, for example, they can smell better than us. Does that mean that aliens came and genetically modified their noses to be better than our nose? I mean, butterflies can do something that we can never do, and that is a metamorphosis, or a shape-shifting of forms. So are humans dumb and ignorant just because they can't shapeshift? Octopus and cuttlefish, they're very intelligent animals, and they can have camouflage. They can change their skin to adapt to their surroundings, exactly like a chameleon. In fact, these creatures change color upon their mood. And believe it or not, humans have the same ability. Like when you're pissed off and mad, you turn beet red. And then when you're scared white as a ghost. So just because an animal has an attribute higher than another doesn't mean that it's genetically altered by an alien. Like a lizard, for example. They have an ability that we actually do have, but we have a primitive form of it. They have an advanced form of it. They can regrow a lost or cut off tail. Sure, we can heal from wounds, but we can never regrow a finger, for example. So a spider has many more things than we do. They can spin silk, they can make an elaborate web, they have poison, they have more eyes, they have more legs than we do. So perhaps to the spider, we're stupid, we're lame, we're lesser than. So everyone knows that dolphins are very intelligent, and they have many abilities as well that we don't have. Like the ability of having sonar or radar, which is exactly like bats, another mammal. So did the aliens come and genetically modify and give these animals echolocation capabilities? The problem is humans can't handle the truth. They can't handle the fact that we're like every other creature on Earth. We just have to make ourselves, oh, so much better. So we can't handle simple truths that our mouth and our tongue is exactly in the same shape and form of every other creature upon Earth. People can't handle the fact that we have the remnants of a tail. People can't handle the fact that we have canine teeth from the animal kingdom. So humans don't want to face the truth that animals are also intelligent, and they are cognitive, and they have personalities and feelings exactly like a human. And language is also not unique to mankind either, because every single other species of animal has some form of language. So anyone that has had animals should know what I'm talking about. If you're a cat lover, a dog lover, or whatever, exotic animal lover, you'll know that animals are unique. Each one. Care how many cats you have in your life, whatever, each one is unique and an individual. They all seem to have their own personality and their own soul. So these other creatures upon Earth that share Earth with us are educated. They are intelligent. They are spiritual animals. They have the same needs that we do. They need love. They need, food, shelter, caring. They are way more advanced and more like us than what we give them credit for. So I think you need to re-look and re-evaluate what you're calling intelligence. So mankind, or at least the public, does not know the answer to where we come from. So we have to invent answers and assume and guesstimate. So we always try to answer the unanswerable when we haven't even covered the basics here on Earth yet.
I mean, in the last 20 years, there have been 1,300 new species discovered alone. So we make aliens in our image, not the other way around. So that's why we depict aliens with larger craniums or larger heads, because we think they're more intelligent.